Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the podcast where we talk all things film and television in real time. My name is Ryan, and I work in the film and television industry.
And I'm Noah, a sports broadcaster. Today we're talking about the Doomsday teasers that are out, or so we thought. Golden Globe winners, Sebastian Stan cast as Two-Face in the Batman Part 2, and also, of course, we wrap up with a game. Ryan, how we doing?
I'm good, Noah. Just making my way in the first month of 2026.
We're
What was that?
matching.
Oh, we are matching.
We're matching. I didn't realize that till literally right now.
And I have the three buttons, though, here.
Color wise.
But, like, if I'm like this, people could think we're wearing the same shirt.
Yeah.
Well, you look
Is it?
handsome.
I appreciate that. I think you look very handsome, Ryan.
Thanks, Noah. Thanks, Noah.
A little scruff up here for me, but I'll get rid of that in no time. Don't you feel like 2026 is flying by? It was January 9th, and I turned to my brother and I was like, you know what? The years going by quick, and I was half joking, but I feel like I don't know. I feel like these 2 weeks have literally flown by.
I mean, the 2 weeks have flown by, but it's a little quick to say that all of 2026.
No, the year's flowing by. It's going fast.
Yeah, I mean, we're like a 24th through. But I think it's a little early for that statement. But yeah, these have been some fast 2 weeks. I don't know about you, but I got a lot of goals for this year, and I'm feeling motivated and excited just about the year ahead. And this podcast, of course, is one of those things. So.
100% ditto to that.
And it's a big year for movies. Big year for movies. And we're actually going to get into that in the second part of the show. I may as well just let people know because it's kind of cool. Our game at the end, we're going to be talking about 2026 projects, our most anticipated projects. So we'll get into that a little bit later if you're interested in waiting towards that or skipping towards that. That's going to be a huge part of this episode.
And cutting it down to 5 was the tough part because there are so many projects to look forward to, especially during the summer. I'm sure at some point we're going to do a preview to the summer of 2026, like every 2 weeks, banger after banger after banger. So we're super pumped up, and yeah, we're going to have that at the end of the show.
Yeah, and honestly though, it's always common. These first few months of the year are kind of a little bit dry for movies, especially with Oscar and Golden Globes and SAG Awards, all that stuff going on. They kind of have like the projects that aren't the best sometimes coming out in like January and February. That being said, I did see a good movie this week. I saw Is This Thing On? Do you know about it?
I've heard about it, but tell us even more.
Well, it's directed by Bradley Cooper. He also has a small role in the movie, but it stars Will Arnett and Laura Dern, and they're going through a divorce. And Will Arnett decides to get his character Alex. I think that's his name, Alex. Decides to get into comedy. And the most interesting takeaway for me was kind of you think about comedians and how funny they are, but oftentimes they're really just up there airing out their dirty laundry and airing out some of the most unfortunate and sad things that happen in their life and making a joke out of it just to get laughs and maybe make themselves feel a little bit better. So that whole concept was something I never really thought about when I think about comedians. And yeah, it put it in a new perspective for me. So it was a good movie. It was heartwarming. Side note to our viewers, Noah's mom was asking me earlier today when I called Noah if she should go see it. But yes, I would recommend going to see it. It's a good time. There's some funny moments. And yeah, so that's a good movie that came out in January.
I think I'm going to see it with my family. I think that's the current plan. That's why my mom was asking you about it, because I think our plan is to see it. So definitely no spoilers or anything, but I've heard good things.
Yeah. And then I did watch two older movies that were recommended by our friend Sam. Blowout, which is a Brian De Palma film, and Noah, I got to put you onto this movie. It is incredible. Immediate 5 stars. I haven't given a movie immediate 5 stars in maybe since Dune Part 2, since I saw that. No, I probably have since, but not in a while. It is an incredible movie. It's from 1981, I believe. And it basically deals with this sound man who works on like shitty B movies, and he goes out to capture some more like sounds. The director's like, go out and capture some sounds like of nature and the wilderness. And he goes out and he witnesses a car crash and he records the sound of it. And he's basically using the sound that he records to investigate and figure out what actually happened because there's more at play than you'd initially think. I've been raving about this movie now for to all my coworkers for the past week. So I would love for you to watch it by next week if you get a chance. It's for free on Tubi.
Free. Hey, I'm game. I'm game. I can get that done. I can easily get that done by next week.
And that was a Brian De Palma movie. So then I watched the second Brian De Palma movie, Dressed to Kill, which also was great. But I mean, Blowout was, dude, you got it. I hope you feel the same as me because
All right, Blowout.
it's such a good feeling when you like watch a movie and like you're thinking about it for days and days and days. And I haven't had it to this degree in a long, long time.
I remember that feeling watching Interstellar. I did not know. I know obviously everyone is obsessed with Interstellar, or a lot of people are obsessed with Interstellar, love it, one of the favorite movies. And I didn't know what to expect going into it. This would have been like 4 or 5 years ago, and Aaron showed it to me, and then I was like, I was blown away because I didn't look into reviews. I didn't ask anybody. I just went into it blindly, not really hearing a lot about it. I just knew it was Nolan, and he's awesome and everything. And then when I watched it, I cried 3 times during the movie. I was blown away. It was amazing. And then I immediately was like, that's a top 5 favorite movie for me. And I don't, that's so rare. So for you to say that happened to you where you immediately gave Blowout a 5 stars, I kind of know like a similar feeling, and that gets me excited to watch it.
Yeah, and it's like not super, super, popular outside of the film community. So everything I read about it, people have kind of the same opinion. I think the last movie, which is why I said maybe not Dune 2, I watched not Gladiator 2, but original Gladiator. Like I guess like maybe for the first time a little before Gladiator 2 came out. That might have been the last time I was this like thinking about a movie 24/7. Anyway,
Great movie.
we should move on. We got a lot of topics.
Yeah, so I'll kick us off. What I watched was the Golden Globes.
Yeah, I
So
did
feel
also
like that
watch
could,
the Golden Globes.
I feel like that could bring us into our first topic if you want of the Golden Globes, the awards. How do you think Nikki Glazer did?
I think she's funny. It's dude, it is a tough job to not only first of all be in front of all those people, all of the biggest A-list celebrities in the world, but also you have to be appropriate to a degree because you're on national television with some of your role models, but also got to poke fun at them, but also don't want to be too easy, and also you don't want to get punched in the face or slapped in the face by
Yeah.
by Will Smith. So there's a fine line you have to draw, and I think she's really funny, and obviously I could feel that she like holds back a little bit, but for the circumstances she's in, I mean, she can hold set every year, and I'd be happy.
And you know what's funny? She doesn't get credit for this. The Oscars last year, they had the whole Adam Sandler dressing casually bit, and then he yelled Chalamet. I don't know if you remember that whole thing between him and Timothy, but she's the one who originally came up with that joke. She was like, Timothy Chalamet's name sounds like Adam Sandler drunk, just like doing his usual Sandman stuff. And he goes, Chalamet. So Nikki Glazer is the one who came up with that joke originally, and then the payoff at the Oscars was sick. So yeah, I do think she's funny. I think she was great at the Tom Brady roast, obviously. That put her on the map even more at the time of a few years ago. And I think the best joke definitely was the Leo one, where it wasn't so much poking fun at Leo. She was like, you have all these accomplishments, all these awards before your girlfriend even turned 30 years old. And she took it a step further because that's the joke that everybody's made by now. Ricky Gervais, like everyone's made that joke by now. But she was like, I feel like I would poke fun at you some other way, but we don't know anything about you besides that.
Yeah.
And that was awesome because he does. I said to Aaron last month, I randomly, I was like, you know what? I feel like Leo doesn't really give any in-depth interviews. He doesn't really. I think we don't really know a lot about him, and to see that joke, it was pretty funny.
I agree. So I'm glad you're on the same page as me
Yep.
with her because I thought she's great. But
Yep. I guess you want to get into some winners.
yeah. I mean, we could start with best motion picture, which I have not seen yet, and I know you have not seen yet. It's like one of the only big ones I have not gotten to yet, and that's Hamnet. So I don't feel qualified enough to really say too much about it. Uh, besides the fact that taking Hamnet out of the picture, I was hoping for either One Battle After Another or Sinners. Um, what do you think about Hamnet winning?
Well, One Battle won for
Oh shoot,
right
boy,
because this
yeah,
was for drama and then for
yeah,
musical or comedy. It's weird how they do it. It's weird because it's not with the Oscars. It's not like it's just Best Picture for everything. They split into categories, and then there was the whole thing that year of 2015 where The Martian counted as a comedy. And it was like, what are we even doing here? So it is weird how the Golden Globes are as opposed to the Oscars. So I don't think anyone's gonna like. It makes sense that you would say that, but
So
so
then,
One Battle did win for musical comedy, but he Hamnet won for drama.
so then that's the weird thing on that also is Sinners is under that Hamnet category. So Sinners did lose to Hamnet.
Yep.
But Sinners, if anything, if you're comparing drama and musical, Sinners at least should maybe go in the musical section because music is such an important part of that movie.
Yeah.
Regardless, I'm happy for Hamnet. I like Chloe Zhao, and I got to see it in the next week or so. So yeah,
Yep. And then One Battle won for best motion picture, musical or comedy. Yeah, we've talked about One Battle. You saw it before I did, but then I've obviously got around to seeing it. And we talked about the Sean Penn performance. We talked about Leo. We talked about a lot of different things in that movie.
I think I liked it a little more than you.
Correct. Correct. I thought it was good. I don't know how in depth I got in my conversation about One Battle. Um, I know it's a stylistic choice by PTA. Some of the tension, some of the like high pressure scenes, high intense scenes, where they're just using the piano keys. I don't know. It doesn't work for me.
It
I don't
worked
know.
so well for me.
Doesn't work for me. I wanna. Maybe I'm just used to. Or no, I don't. I'm not gonna downgrade myself like that. Like no, it kind of took me out of it a little bit. Like when she's in the bathroom and then Sean Penn comes up behind her, and then it's just like dun 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 dun. I don't know. I was like, what, I don't know. It took me out of it.
Couldn't disagree more. I think it made it so tense and like zoned in, focused on what's going on. But look, that's the whole thing about movies. They're
Yeah,
all subjective.
subjective. Yep.
So
And then the end. Okay, I want to know what you thought about the ending because the ending from Sean Penn's from Lockjaw's perspective. They tell me if I'm wrong about this. He either gets shot or like we think he dies. And
gas him in the room.
no, I know. I'm saying before that.
Yeah,
Before he walks down the street all bloody, we think he's dead, obviously, right?
yeah,
And then
yeah.
obviously it's a cool shot, him walking down the street bloody. It's kind of like we thought he died. He lived only to just get gassed by the actual bad guys. I wanted him to either have some redemption. I know his character. I'm not like rooting for him to get redeemed. I know, awful guy and everything. Yes, but I thought he was either gonna like have redemption against the real bad guys who were assholes and who were racist and who were fascist and everything, or like and then they just end up gassing him so the scumbags live anyway, and it's I don't know.
That is my biggest pet peeve about the movie is that the scumbags live at the end. Like I agree. When he was back, I was like, okay, there has to be a purpose, and it just is the same thing. As good as the scene those are, yeah, I think my bigger pet peeve with One Battle is the ending and just how it kind of all doesn't tie perfectly together in a bow.
Yeah,
And that's
we
kind of
know.
I personally, I like that style of movie where things kind of do come together and tie the arcs, even if it does subvert your expectation or do something completely unexpected. Um, I felt there were some things that were left too open ended, but some people absolutely loved that. I think the thing about One Battle that really got me when I rewatched it again is every single scene is good. So to me, even if the ending didn't tie together or Leo's character has no point, which
Yeah,
is
yeah.
probably yeah, that's
He
kind
didn't
of
end up saving her. The whole movie he's looking for the rendezvous point. He's looking. He's
I
trying
get
to.
it.
He doesn't even end up saving her. Like it.
That's kind of the bit though. You know what I mean? It
I
is
haven't even heard that. Honestly, Ryan, I know you're obviously on TikTok and you're watching film things all the time. I didn't until you just said that this second. I didn't hear anybody say
yeah,
Leo's character. I just thought that on my own, and it annoyed me. So I don't know about the bit, but I'm glad. No, I'm glad it is a bit
it's a bit
because
to a
it's annoying to
degree.
me.
It's like he's trying the whole time to get to his daughter and she's able to just do it on her own. She doesn't need
Yeah.
him. And but that's kind of it. She doesn't need him. she goes and she can take care of herself, and like
Yeah,
it's
which is good.
funny seeing him try and get there, and you think he's gonna get there, and it's the complete opposite. Like if he was to just save her, great. That's how we all expected it to be. And a lot of time, I love movies like that. Like I said, but after a second rewatch, I was like, huh, it is pretty cool. Every scene is unique and dynamic, and it does subvert your expectations in a way that I normally don't predict or. So
Did not dislike the movie. I did not dislike it at all. I was entertained. I thought it was good. I thought Sean Penn was great. I thought Leo was great. Benicio was fun. And then obviously Tiona Taylor, who won the Golden Globe for female supporting actress. Congratulations to her.
yeah,
She was great. But I didn't love it. I didn't love it.
that's fine.
Yeah.
That's totally fine. Um, let's go through the rest of these quickly. Let's talk about male actor in a drama. That was Wagner Moura. I don't know if I pronounced it right. Another one I haven't seen. He's in The Secret Agent, so that's one I have to get on. Male actor in a musical comedy. Our boy Timmy Chalamet. Come on. We'll talk about the Oscars in a second, but
Yep.
I mean, he's getting his Oscar.
Yep.
We'll talk about it in a sec. Female actress, musical and comedy, Rose Byrne. You know Rose Byrne?
Of course I do. She was in Neighbors. That's how I know.
Neighbors, Bridesmaids. She's usually funny. So this movie she's in, If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You. I'm halfway through it. She gives an amazing performance, unlike anything I've ever seen. So even though by the time, like from her,
From her, yeah.
yeah. So even though I started watching it a little before the Golden Globes, like the day before, I just haven't gotten back to it. I have to. Regardless, I was rooting for her because of just the half of the movie that I saw. So good on her. Stellan Skarsgård, father to Pennywise,
Goat.
male supporting actor winner. Female supporting actor, Tiana Taylor. When you talk, I see some people online. Why is Tiana Taylor winning? She only had a few minutes on screen in one battle after another. I disagree strongly with that. I want to hear your opinion in a second, but my take is it's a supporting actor. It can be anyone who's supporting. And her role in that movie, she plays a role that is poignant throughout the entire film. She is so powerful in that beginning sequence, those first 20 minutes or whatever it is, that you are thinking about her character in every scene to a degree. I just thought it was an amazing, amazing performance. I was rooting for her.
Are you familiar with the phrase, it's not about the size, it's about how you use it?
Oh yeah, I know that one well.
Yeah. So it's a similar it's the same kind of thing. I don't know why that just came to my mind, but it is the same kind of thing where like it's about how you use those 4 minutes, those 5 minutes of screen time if that's all she got. And she was fantastic. And like you said, carried out throughout the entire movie. I was talking to Aaron the other day about Silence of the Lambs, how it's not a lot of screen time, but he is absolutely spectacular. And I think it was like 8 minutes of screen time. So I mean, it carries throughout the entire movie. So I think she was really good.
Yeah, she was. Yeah, so good. Excited to see what she does next. Director Paul Thomas Anderson, for One Battle. So that's that. Would you have? I guess you probably wouldn't have wanted Paul Thomas Anderson.
Coogler.
Coogler would have been so happy with that. He's so cool.
Yeah, it's pretty great.
You know something? I was watching his interviews today, and he just still, like Ludwig Göransson.
Of course.
They're like college buddies. He just makes movies with his friends in the same crew. And like a lot of filmmakers do that, but like that's the goal. I mean, that's the dream.
Yep. No, it's yeah, he's great. I mean, he has really only made, I think there's one movie that maybe isn't great that he's made, but like Coogler's movies he has an incredible success rate. And he's still young.
What's the one movie?
Let me think. So Fruitvale Station, he obviously made. Then he made Black Panther. He made Creed. The only one would be Wakanda Forever, but that's not even. We talked about it. Like it's not great, but he was dealt a horrible card.
I think it's a good movie and
Yeah,
good movie. And yeah, dealt a horrible.
Yeah,
And
but the only one I'm saying the only one that's not great. Like the other one. The other ones are pretty awesome, pretty great.
I agree. So that's the Golden Globes. Pretty happy with the results, at least. I mean, these are all good performances. There's none on this list that I'm mad about. Are you mad about any of these?
No, I guess my question to you is Anyone who didn't win, who you think is going to win the Oscar? Do you have any like bold predictions? Because sometimes the winner of the Golden Globe ends up winning the Oscar, but sometimes they don't. So I'm wondering if there's anyone who you think is going to win.
Um, do you have an answer to that?
I think Sean Penn might. I
I
know.
That's what I was gonna say. I'm
I know
nervous.
Skarsgård was obviously apparently great, and he is great. But I mean, Sean Penn was. We love that performance.
I was nervous to say it because Sean Penn also didn't win the Critics' Choice Award. Jacob Elordi won that for Frankenstein. So I was nervous to say Sean Penn, but I think that would be my answer too. I think he should have won both of those awards. He's incredible in that movie.
Yeah.
That's the hardest category to predict because when you look down the line, I think Timothy has taken the Oscar.
Correct.
With a chance of Leo, maybe. Maybe.
Nah, Timmy's got it.
I think Timmy has it.
Timmy's got it.
I think Jessie Buckley, even though I haven't seen Hamnet, is locked in to win the Oscar for female. And then I do think both the supporting actresses could go to a few different people. I don't think Ariana's winning supporting. Who I think Tiana Taylor probably will beat Rose Byrne. That would be my pick. Tiana Taylor still. And then I wouldn't be shocked if Sean Penn loses again, but I hope not.
I hope not too. I want him to win. And then for director and for best picture, I don't know. Like, do you think Sinners has a chance to win over One Battle?
Dude, I don't think so at this point. I hope so. I really hope so. I don't know if I hope so. I think I like both movies pretty evenly, honestly. But the reason I'm saying I hope so is because One Battle's getting a lot of recognition. I want Ryan Coogler to get some recognition for that incredible movie. It's so good.
I would take One Battle winning best picture if Coogler wins best director. I would take that.
Yeah, it would be great if it was 1-1.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because that scene, the music scene,
Awesome.
that's some of the best direction I've seen all year, if not the best.
Yeah, I think Nolan said it was like one of his favorite scenes of all time.
So yeah, I think the Oscars aren't too unpredictable this year.
Yep.
Kind of, there's years where it's like really like you really don't know, but I think we have a good idea here. Well, let's move on to this. This was a big week for the superhero genre in terms of news. One of the things that we found out has to do with DC, and it is that Sebastian Stan is cast as Two-Face in the Batman Part 2. What do you think?
Love it, love it, love it. Sorry.
Love it.
I don't know if you could hear me. Love it. Love it.
So good. Any other thoughts?
No. I'm kidding.
Okay.
No, it's
Is Bucky gonna die now that he's in the DC universe?
That's so silly, by the way. Sorry, maybe not. I'm sure they're able to figure out their scheduling around stuff like that.
I agree. It's also,
like
it's the Batman. It's not the DCU. I could understand the argument a little if he was like, okay, we're in the big DC universe. Like he's committing to maybe Batman 2, Batman 3 if Two-Face survives the next one. It's not like he's committing to another massive studio projects after projects after projects.
Also, Secret Wars is supposed to come out December of 2027. Anybody who knows how Marvel operates, when they have those back-to-back movies like they did Infinity War or Infinity War and Endgame, I'm sure they've already filmed scenes for Secret Wars. Or at least it wouldn't shock me at all if they had filmed scenes for Secret Wars. So who knows? Maybe he's already filmed scenes for Secret Wars. Maybe he dies in the beginning of Secret Wars. You never know. I'm not. I think that would be. I know I've seen a lot of people say that, and a lot of people think that. For me personally, I think that would be silly to just assume he's going to die just because, or he's going to die in Doomsday just because he's going to be Harvey Dent. I think they could figure a way around it.
I agree. But yeah, I'm a huge fan of this casting. I think Sebastian Stan, he's poised and he's put together, but he can also flip that switch. We've seen him do it with Bucky as he plays both personalities of Bucky. I've seen him be that jealous, revengeful man before in A Different Man. I don't know if you saw that movie from last year, but he was great at that. And he also wears prosthetics in that, so he's comfortable with prosthetics. I'm so on board.
Yep, he could be a friend, he could be a politician, he could be a Mr. Nice Guy, he could also flip the switch and be literally a villain. Yeah, it's so good. It's so good. And there was chatter of, maybe Oscar Isaac. That was like a fans maybe wanted that. And he would have been great too. I'm sure we would be saying very similar things if it was him. Um, I'm just as happy with Sebastian Stan. I think he's gonna kill it. He again, like he's played he's trying to play a politician in the MCU right now. I don't think it's going so well, but he's trying. He literally played Donald Trump in The Apprentice.
I
He
didn't
like
think about the politician side. That's smart.
yeah, because
Yeah.
Harvey's the DA. Like
Yeah.
he's got to play the people and be a people's person, and then also have the whole. Maybe we'll get a Harvey and Bruce friendship, even though it doesn't seem like Bruce has any friends in this universe.
Yeah, we'll
Uh,
see. I just think that whatever role he's playing is going to be very different from the Harvey Dent we saw to a degree from the Harvey Dent we saw in The Dark Knight.
of
Because like
course,
Matt Reeves is not going to want to do Harvey Dent in the second movie and have it be very similar to Christopher Nolan's second movie. So whatever role it is, I don't think it's going to be the same. Starts off as a politician, immediately transitions to bad guy by the end of the movie. Like maybe it's that, but more drawn out into the next movie, or maybe he's already Two Face, or maybe he's just the politician side, or who knows. But we'll see.
I agree. And honestly, Ryan, that's why I'm so excited because it's not going to be the same. We knew we weren't getting a similar Bruce Wayne and Batman, and we didn't. We got a totally different one than we've ever seen before. We like all the characters there. I'm so excited because it is going to be different. It's going to be a different take on the character, and it's going to be Sebastian Stan married to Scarlett Johansson. It's pretty dope.
Maybe marriage.
Maybe. Oh, not confirmed. Okay, maybe.
I don't think
In
so.
my mind, it's confirmed.
Yeah, it's you just dream about those two.
Yeah, of course. They make a really good couple
They
on
would.
screen.
They would. They
On
would.
screen.
All right, so let's hop from DC and let's talk about Marvel. All four Doomsday teasers were released, but like you said in the beginning, according to the Russo brothers, they are not teasers because they posted the final teaser and they said, what you've been watching for the last 4 weeks are not teasers or trailers. They are stories. They are clues. Pay attention. Hashtag Doomsday has begun. Talk to me, Noah. What do you think?
Yeah, I think it's clear. Or maybe it's not because you never know with Marvel. But they said they're not teasers, they're clues. Loss. The theme in the four teasers has been loss. Or maybe not the Steve one. The Steve one, he's just looking at his baby, but maybe that could be a clue about something happening to the child. But either way, like Thor is giving a speech to his father, to Odin, talking about how he's gotten this child love and it's the greatest thing ever, and please don't have her be taken away from me. Um, Third teaser is X-Men, where Magneto, awesome by the way. I talked like first episode, maybe second episode of the podcast of how I really wanted him in a teaser, and that would make me so happy, and it did, by the way. So I'm very happy about that. But Magneto saying, "Death comes for us all soon enough." Loss, talking about loss, and then you see Cyclops go full Cyclops, which was pretty sick. Then you got the fourth teaser with Shuri, who has lost everybody at this point, which is a crazy character arc. Who's lost everyone, kind of on that Thor character arc, talking about how you know how she's lost everyone basically, and it's and then of course you have the whole um obviously Ben Grimm, and then what's his name? Oh, M'Baku, obviously. M'Baku meeting, and you have that fun interaction, like that fun common MCU interaction. So basically, my thought process is it's going to be about loss, clearly, whether it's the timelines being messed up or Doom impacting everyone negatively. It's going to be heavy. It's going to be something about loss. Those are the clues they've laid the groundwork for so far. That's my opinion.
Yeah, I'm kind of on a similar wavelength. I was thinking a big common thread is love, and those two kind of do go hand in hand. You start off with the Steve trailer, he's with his baby and Peggy and all the love that family they built. Then you see, what's the trailer two? Thor, who literally is talking about love. His daughter's name is Love, and yeah. And then you talk about going to the X-Men teaser, and they are a family, the X-Men. They love each other. They are their own form of family. Then you go to the king and the protector of Wakanda talking about how they love their people, and then you see the Fantastic Four, who is a family in their own right, and yeah, I think we're kind of on the same page, just had different L words that we were thinking of.
I agree 100%. I think they do go hand in hand, like you were saying. It's going to be very interesting because I know originally we were told we were getting 4 teasers, and the fourth one was going to be Doom, or the fourth one was going to be the teaser. Obviously, that's not true because that's not what the 4 were. I'm wondering if we're getting a fifth, and if it's Doom, or I know the first official teaser is going to be during the Super Bowl, which is on the 8th, February 8th. So leading up to that, maybe we're going to get a couple more teasers leading up to that. Maybe we're going to see Doom in a week or two. Like, I don't know. It's so weird because obviously everyone's talking about how there are so many characters and it seems like it's going to be a mess, and how long is the movie going to be? Is this going to work? But at this point, like, it is so exciting. And I'm sure not everyone feels the way I do, the way that we do, because I'm sure there are people that are criticizing and everything. But in my mind, now is not the time to criticize. Now is the time for me, at least, to get hyped, to get excited. And then if the movie ends up messy and bad and everything, they do a bad job, then we could criticize. But for right now, I'm honestly excited, and I can't wait for that Doom reveal.
I'm pumped, and this movie's gonna make so much money, dude. They already started that countdown. I don't know if you saw it. Like, they're counting down to Doomsday on their
Yep.
YouTube channel live. And I went on today, and there was like 11,000 people watching. I was like, this is just step one in a multi-marketing plan that Marvel has lined up. Like, and the whole idea, I think that we are potentially right in what we're saying, like lost love. But I think there's a chance it's something even more cryptic than that, and there's different actual, like, how cool would it be if, like, there is actual hidden clues in those trailers that they actually thought this through, like this whole conformity gate, Stranger Things, right? What if Marvel's actually doing something to that degree where they actually are, they actually did plan an entire marketing campaign that has hidden clues and leads to something that leads to something that leads to the movie at the end. You know what I mean? Would be super neat. I think that's a little bit too optimistic thinking. But I think there is a chance that there's more going on here than what we're talking about. Do you agree?
So you're saying there wouldn't be any loose ends and unanswered questions? Is that what you're saying?
Well, yeah, kind of. But that's not necessarily what I'm trying to say. I'm trying
No,
to
no,
say,
I
like,
know, I know, I
you
know.
know how, like, if conformity gate was real, people are like, oh my god, like, Stranger Things. Oh, I keep getting this battery low notification. Okay, Stranger Things has been planning this all along. Like, what if Marvel does actually have this whole massive plan where there are hidden things in each of these teasers, and they do lead to something bigger? And I don't know. Who knows? We'll see.
We will see. I'm pumped. I hope we get another one. I don't know. We've gotten one every Tuesday. Obviously, the most recent was yesterday, so maybe there will be no leaks for another teaser, and then we're actually going to get another one Tuesday. I don't know. We'll see.
I was gonna just say, what if they're all different multiverses taking place? But I don't think that makes sense because the Thor and the Shuri one would be taking place on the same multiverse.
Yeah, they have to be because
Steve one
Steve
would
is
be a different
different.
multiverse,
X Men's different.
and different.
Yeah, but I think you're right. Shuri and they
What
have
if?
to be the same. I think. Oh, wait a minute. Wait
What
a
if?
minute.
What
They go to Fantastic Four. Some no, they go
What
to
if the Fantastic Four are talking to not our Shuri and not our M'Baku?
nah. I wouldn't like that. I would,
I
I
mean,
would, I would, I would strongly dislike that. I want to see the characters that we know and that we.
sure, sure, and I maybe they're gonna. Yeah, I agree.
No, yeah, I would not like that. The different Steve thing is interesting, or it's the same Steve, but it's a different timeline situation. But like a different version, like a variant of them, I don't think that would make sense. But also, I don't think that what they're a lot of stuff that's going to happen is going to make sense. So I don't know.
We'll see. Time will tell.
Ryan, let's play a game. The game we talked about at the beginning of the show, most anticipated projects of 2026. We're going to do a top 5 ranking. One, of course, being the most anticipated, 5 being the least of that 5. We, of course, have like tens of things we're anticipated for. So we're limiting it to 5. Ryan, you want to kick us off with your number 5? Unless you have an honorable mention.
No, I stuck to five. I followed the rules.
Okay, okay. Oh no, I'm gonna omit my honorable mention. I'm not even
Okay,
gonna mention it. I'm not
great.
even gonna mention it. Okay, I'm
I'll
doing
predict
five.
it at the end. I'll predict your honorable at the end.
Okay, fair.
Uh, Project Hail Mary is my number five. Everything else on this list. I guess not everything. There's one exception. I'm not going to say that. I don't want to give anything away. I love that Project Hail Mary is, it's based off a book, but it's a brand new IP with a big movie star Ryan Gosling in space. My favorite genre, sci-fi, and it's just I think this has so much potential, and this is the type of original movie that I absolutely love, and I have my hopes extremely high for this movie.
I like it.
Uh,
I like the pick.
so yeah, I'm pumped, and I think it could be the most unexpected great movie of the year.
Love it.
So that's that. What's your five?
My number five also has to do with space in some capacity. It is Toy Story 5. Uh, Buzz. I was thinking. No, no bueno.
That was a
He's from okay.
sure. Not really. He's from.
He thinks he's from space.
He does think he's from
You know
space.
what? Fine, fine. You can't win them all. It's fine. It's fine. Toy Story 5 is my number five. I know your thoughts on 4. I believe you definitely dislike it more than I do. Um, but still, I believe that 5 is going to be better. We talked a little bit when the teaser came out about how it looks really cool. It's like the age of toys is over question mark because they got the iPad, and it's going to be. I think it's going to be a nice little story, a little lesson to kids and even to us and to anyone who watches, obviously, of put down the phone, go outside and play with toys. Use your imagination. Stop being in your screen. And although that sounds very basic, it is a very important message as we get more stuff with AI and we get more. Everyone's using Chat GPT and everyone's on their phone all the time. Everyone's making TikToks like you, obviously. So although those are cool things, it is very important to go outside and play with your friends and to interact and be social and everything. I think that's going to be a cool message. I think it'll be awesome. I love the Toy Story franchise. So for me, this honestly might be a bit low, but that just has a lot to say of how many awesome projects we have in 26. So yeah, that's my number five.
Great pick. Great pick. And yeah, I'm getting more and more excited the more I think about it, even though I didn't like four. So might be one over. My number four, Spider-Man: Brand New Day. Probably would have been higher. Spider-Man is my favorite superhero of all time. We just don't know enough about it. We barely know anything. We obviously saw that footage on the tank, and I feel like that's all we got, except for the fact that there is a lot of characters in it. We know Sadie Sink is in it, and the Hulk, and the Punisher, and that actually is something that deters me slightly because I wanted this grounded Spider-Man that I feel like we've kind of been promised, and I think we still might get that. But that's the only reason that it's not a bit higher because I'm trying to temper my expectations. But I'm pumped. Spider-Man: Brand New Day, number four.
My number four is Spider-Man: Brand New Day.
Yeah. How come?
I feel the same way. It's like the start of a new trilogy. I believe is the plan because they're leaving. Like it's we're gonna see a new version of the Tom Holland character. Kind of. It's gonna be post post No Way Home. And no one knows who Peter Parker is. Like we're gonna see a totally different version of the character, and that's really cool to me. But it's gonna be interesting. It's like his second trilogy is beginning, where obviously Toby didn't get one, Andrew didn't get one, Andrew didn't even get a third movie. So I'm very excited for Tom Holland and to see everything that comes with it. I'm super pumped.
Yep.
Love me
Me
some
too.
Spider-Man.
Wouldn't be shocked if we had the same top three, but actually, I don't know how
Uh,
big of a fan.
We're not. I don't think we're gonna have the same
Yeah,
top three.
I don't think so because I don't think you have this one on your list, and that is Dune 3, Dune Part 3. I loved the Dune movies, and I've loved them more with time. The first time I watched them, super confused. The more I watched it and understood the world and the layers that are in this world, and then I read the book, I just absolutely fell in love with these movies, especially Dune Part 2. I love Denis Villeneuve, and I am and love Timothy Chalamet. We got also Robert Pattinson in this movie, and Zendaya, and just another stacked Dune cast. So yeah, I'm pumped to see where the story goes. I know there's Dune Messiah. I do have the book right there. Debating if I want to read it before, or just go into the movie blind. So got to figure that out in the next 11 months.
Your assessment was correct. I do
All right.
not have it. I do not have it on
Oh,
my list.
okay.
No, in terms of it not
Yeah.
being on my list. Um, I like the Dune movies. I think genuinely did blow me away in Dune 2 because I remember leading up to Dune 2. I wasn't saying that he was bad or anything, but I kind of didn't really get all the Chalamet hype. Now, having said that, I hadn't seen some of his work, but I didn't really. I was like, yeah, he's good, but I don't really get the. But then Dune 2, for me, he was just insane. And I was like, all right, yeah, this kid's actually pretty
He's
damn
the
good.
leaf on Al Gaib.
Yeah, Lisan, he is, yes, Lisan Al Gaib, 100%. So I did like Dune 2. I like the movies. I just don't love them. Like I don't know. For me, it's kind of like, actually no, I like them more than Lord of the Rings. But to me, it's similar to Lord of the Rings, where everyone is so obsessed with them, and I don't really like get the obsession.
Hmm.
Whereas I like them. I follow along with the stories. I like the characters. I definitely like the Dune movies more. So I'm excited for the third one. It's probably in my top 10 of most anticipated projects. But it's definitely not my top five. But yeah, no,
Oh,
it's probably going to be an incredible movie.
yeah, and we'll be talking about it real time.
100%. My number three is probably not on your list. It's The Boys' final season.
Oh, because we're doing TV too. You put
Yeah,
some- I
projects.
still would have had the same list.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think you would have had it.
Yeah.
Not like I'm so excited. I love The Boys. I don't know where it is in my favorite show ranking. I have to like redo that, especially after Stranger Things ended. But I love The Boys. It's the final season, season five. There were some issues I had with season four, especially like stuff with Huey's character. But for the most part, I think they nailed it. The ending of that season is absolutely spectacular. The final scene is amazing. Gen V is really cool. I think we both watched season one, but haven't watched season two. Is that correct?
Correct.
So we both have to get on that before April, hopefully. Um, and yeah, I'm really excited to see what happens with Homelander. It's kind of like this whole time it's been like, what's going to be the ending for Homelander? And like, is he? I don't. Is he going to die? Is it going to be? He's not getting redeemed. He's the most irredeemable character in TV history. So I don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, I'm very pumped for it. If I was including TV, it would have been in the top 10 because another show I devoted a long time of my life to, and it's coming to a close. So,
Yep. What's your two?
um, all right. And my number two is I can't believe it's number two and not number one, but I have Avengers Doomsday as number two. Um, for all the reasons, I don't even think I have anything to say. It's Avengers Doomsday. The only I don't even. Do you have Avengers Doomsday at number two or number one?
We have it flipped. But I
You have
was,
it.
but I was, but I was really considering. I was really considering having your order, but I'm going with my gut. I flipped it. I don't
So
feel great about it because the Odyssey will be.
yeah,
It'll be a better movie. I'm
here's the
sure.
here's the thing. In some ways, I think like yes, I'm more excited for Doomsday for some things, but overall, if the Odyssey is as peak as I think it could be, that could be an experience that I leave the theater similar to what we were talking about in the beginning of the podcast. Just, I guess you could say the same thing about Doomsday, but in a different way. You know what I mean? If you're getting really a mythological, world trotting Christopher Nolan, Tom Holland, Matt Damon, Anne Hathaway, Zendaya, Robert Pattinson movie, like, how could I not put that as number one of the, like, it's, I, I just my gut told me that I think I'm just a little bit more like if I could pick one movie to see today, oh that's tough. I think I'd choose The Odyssey. I don't know. It's just my gut. It's too tough.
Yeah, I'm not blaming you whatsoever for that at all. Like not even close. I think it's definitely 100% a toss up between those top two. I'm glad we have the same top two. Wow, this is a cool
Really?
trend. I feel like yeah, no, but I feel like even for like the month of November we had the same top two. For
Yeah.
December we had the same top two. I feel like that's a good thing. I feel like
Yeah, we're on the same page.
I guess so. The Odyssey, it's gonna be sick. It's gonna be so cool. They might as well be tied, but we don't accept ties on this podcast. So
Can I guess your honorable mention?
sure,
Madden.
no, but I wish I did just for you.
I I thought about putting
Oh
it
wait,
on.
you should have had Madden as one. I feel like.
that probably is one in some ways because I worked on it, but I'm just not. I don't think I'll contribute to rankings with projects I've worked on. I thought
Unbiased king.
unbiased king. Mando and Grogu.
No. That's
Okay,
top 10, I guess. Yeah.
honorable mention.
I wish I was more excited for that.
Yeah, me too.
Not for,
I
if
don't
not
even
for,
think it's top 10 for me, honestly.
not for season
Um, is it a movie or a TV show?
movie. Let me
It's a movie.
double check it's coming out. I
Is
think
it
so.
animated?
No, not animated.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, it's part of that it's part of that summer, like it's coming out during the summer.
Okay, who's in it? Who's in it?
That'll give it away. You know it. It'll give it away.
Is it a female lead or a male lead?
I think both. I think the both I think
I
I
must be
think
forgetting a big movie that's coming out.
think director, not actor.
Think director, not actor.
Yeah.
The Brad Pitt Once Upon a Time in Hollywood thing? No.
Hmm?
Do you know about that? You
What are
know,
they doing
there's
a
a Cliff
document?
Booth spinoff directed by David Fincher, written by
Oh,
Quentin Tarantino. Kind of crazy.
I did hear about
Director,
that.
not actor. Um, Narnia?
No.
Greta Gerwig's Narnia?
You need another you can get this.
Oh, Doi Disclosure Day.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That's a good one.
That's my number 6.
I think
And
it
it
would be
could subject to go up. Like maybe come May, I'll be even more excited because we'll get a actual full trailer. I don't know.
I forgot about Disclosure Day. Yeah. That's would be
That's
6 or
part of
7.
that run.
Dude,
April to basically August
we're
is
in for it.
insane.
Insane. Oh,
Incredible.
dude, I'm so happy right now. I'm so excited.
I'm glad.
Anyway, um, that's it, right, Noah? That's what we got. That's what we
Yeah.
got. As always, follow us on all the things. Instagram, we're on TikTok, we're on YouTube, we're on podcasts on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Um, yeah, this has been a great time, and we will see you next week with some new takes on movies and television in
In real time.
time.